So what is franchising anyway? Again, trying to keep this somewhat simple for the case of just bringing clarity about what it is. Basically, it's a method of expansion that certain companies choose because it allows them to grow at a faster pace because they're leveraging the capital and human resources of independent owners. So there's two parties involved in a franchise. The first party is the franchisor. Now, the franchisor is the one who has spent the time developing a business model that has proven to be successful. They have spent money protecting and building a brand and getting trademarks and service marks and copyrights and patents in some cases, the things they need to do. They've also developed a business system where they've documented the steps and the procedures that allow their business to be consistently operationally efficient. They have a marketing scheme where they've figured out the best methods in which to promote and market the products and services that they're offering into the public. They have tested products and services, again, where they have proven that certain menus or certain types of services have got met with a good reception in the marketplace, and they've proven that there's a demand for those services and products. They've also provided certain training and support to be able to take all of the business acumen that they've acquired over the years and transfer that business acumen to people who don't have a lot of background in business potentially or don't have any specific industry experience, and they allow them to convey that information and convey that business acumen into the other party. Now, the other party in the relationship is what is referred to as a franchisee. Now, the franchisee is an independent business owner. They're not an employee of the franchisor. They own their own business. What the franchisor does, though, through the franchising vehicle, is they grant the rights to the franchisee, the independent owner, to get the benefit of their trademarks, their business systems, their marketing scheme, their tested products and services, and the training and support that they provide. And so the franchisees get the benefit of all of these things without having to develop them themselves through this licensing agreement. The franchisee then contributes to the relationship by paying an upfront fee to have the rights to operate under this particular set of standards. They also most likely will pay some sort of a royalty off of the sales of the franchise that they operate, or the franchises that they operate if they have multiple units. They also provide independent management. So again, the franchisee is the one in there running their own business on a day-to-day basis. And they may hire other people and other managers to run them as well, but it's all the franchisee's responsibility to make sure somebody's in there operating that business at the level it needs to be operated on to maintain the integrity of the brand and to hopefully give the franchisee a chance to recover their money and make a profit. They also provide their investment capital, meaning all of the costs to start the location are paid for through the franchisee. They pay for the franchise fees, they pay for the build-outs of retail locations or food locations, they buy the trucks if it's a service business, they buy the equipment, they buy the uniforms, they buy the napkins, they buy the supplies. It's totally up to the franchisee to provide all the capital to start and operate the business. And then they also are the ones who are directly interfacing with the public. So they contribute directly to customer relations, they help build goodwill with the brand. They're the ones that are out there every day that are actually, again, interacting with the general public. So both parties benefit from the other. That's why it's such a powerful growth strategy when it's done effectively. An example of a company that there's two different companies I'm going to talk about that have chose two different methods of expansion. Both of them have done it successfully. Starbucks is one company that everybody knows pretty well. That has been very successful growing with what you would consider to be a corporate growth strategy. A corporate growth strategy is really where the company opens up its own locations. They raise the money to open up and invest in each new location. They hire their own management team to go in and run it and operate it. So they can grow at a certain pace depending on how much capital they have. and how quickly they can train people to operate the business operations. Now, Subway, on the other hand, who's also a very prominent brand, has chosen to go through the franchising route. And they've chosen to, instead of raising their own capital to expand, they've chosen to find qualified franchisees who have brought their own capital to the table and their own management expertise, and they have opened up most of the locations through franchise sales and through finding independent owners. And so both companies obviously have brand dominance in their niche. They've both done very well in terms of creating great brand value, but they've done it in two different manners. And so there is a lot of opportunity within franchising. We're going to talk about that in some of the upcoming videos. But this is just to give you an overview of what franchising is and kind of how it works and why franchising is an option that you should look at if you're looking to go into business for yourself.